So what I want to do here in this bonus video is to show you how you can export an animated control character from a 3D modeling application, in this case Blender, into the Unity editor where you can play back that animation using the Mechanim system. So really what I want to do is show you very quickly how you can get a character animation up and running in Unity. Now I've got a very basic Blender scene open in front of me here. This is a very basic character that I've created in just a few minutes using basic primitives, and again I've got a very simple control rig system here. This is not necessarily the best way or the ideal way. I'm not suggesting that necessarily you aspire to this rig in particular. It's just something I've created very quickly to demonstrate to you how we can import animated characters. If I run across the timeline here, you can see the walking animation being played here. So here we have this character in Blender, and I can export this file just by choosing File, Export, and choose Autodesk FBX. So I can export this as an FBX file and then jump over to Unity and import that FBX file. And so I'm going to pick up recording at Unity and show you how we can configure this character to play back the running animation in Unity. So I'm back here in the Unity editor ready to import my animated character model. So the first thing I'll do is import the FBX file. Let's just bring in a Windows Explorer window, drag and drop the rig.fbx file. This file I've included with this video. You can download it at the link provided in the notes. So I'm going to drag and drop the rig onto the project panel like so, and just move this Windows Explorer window out of the way. And here you can see we've got our character rig. I'm going to select this, and in the object inspector you can see from the preview panel here that our character is already in its started animation pose. So you can see that Unity has already detected that this model has animation data attached. I'm going to go over here to the Model tab and make sure the scale factor for this FBX file is set to 1 and not 0.01. So I'm going to click Apply to accept those changes here, and just switch over to the Animations tab, and you can see here under the default take, if I press the play button on the preview panel, you can see that we've got this walking animation that is now playing. So that's running fine. It's a bit slow, but we can easily speed that up using the animation editor. So I'm just going to click pause on that. We've finished looking at that now. And let's get started at really just dragging and dropping our character into the scene here. I'm going to set his starting position to the world origin at 0, 0, 0, like so. And just frame this character so you can see that here in the viewport. And now really it's ready to get set up to play our animation. So to play our animation, the first thing that we have to do is to create an animation controller. You can see that our character already has an animator component attached by default, and there is a controller slot here which has none selected. We need some new animation data to plug into this value. So to create a new animation controller, we right click on the project panel, choose Create, and from the bottom of the list it's outside of the recording window, but there is an option that says Animator Controller. So I'm going to select that option, and it creates a new controller here. I'm going to call this Anim Control, like so. Press Enter on the keyboard, and then I'm going to open the Animator window by choosing Window and then choosing Animator, and we can see the animator here. I'm going to drag and just dock that over here so we can see the viewport and the animator at the same time. I'm going to select this character in the viewport here and drag and drop the animation control into the controller slot, so you can see that here. Now if I select my character, you can see in the controller properties we have our anim control object, which is specified over here. Then all I need to do, we have here this any state object, which is just really what is initiated when playback of the animation starts. To play our walking animation, all I have to do is right click on this background, choose Create State, and create a new empty state. I'm going to select that state and just name it Walking. And I can specify the speed for our animation. I think a speed of 1, which is the default speed, is far too slow. I want to play it 5 times as fast, so I'm going to put in a value of 5. And then for the motion variable, we need to specify the animation that we actually want to play here, which is our walking animation. So I'm going to select on this swatch here, move over to the Assets tab, and select the default take, which is the walking animation that we've provided with our mesh file. So here I've got the walking animation. You can see that here in the animator editor. And what I want to do is when the playback of the animation begins, the AnyState node is initiated and I want to transition to the walking animation. So I'm going to right click on the AnyState and choose Make Transition, and then just click on the walking state, like so. And then all I have to do is just press play on the toolbar, and straight away you can see our character is running away. It's playing the running animation. Now it's not quite looping properly, maybe not quite as smoothly as I'd like, but I can go back and tweak that either in Blender, or I can select the rig mesh and just come into the animations panel and start tweaking the keyframe values here. But that really is a quick way to get up and running using Mechanim with an animated character.